Halloween, everybody! Today I'm going to be talking about 3 spooky urban legends from New York City to put a chill down your spine. So let me go get my storybook. Here it is. So let's turn to the first urban legend, which is a very popular urban legend here in New York City. And it is about alligators in the sewer. And one of the very first sightings of an alligator occurred in 1907 when a worker from New Jersey saw a supposed alligator in the workplace where he was working at. He was working in the sewer. Most variations of this tale are based on people buying alligators as pets, and then once they got too big, they would dump them into the sink or the toilet, and they would go into the sewers. And then they would become these gigantic monstrous creatures. In the 1930s, alligator sightings were becoming more common since more people were going to hunt these creatures down. During the Great Depression, one of the New York City sewer officials named Teddy May claimed to have seen an albino alligator in the sewers. He claimed that these creatures were so big that he and his crew had to actually go and protect themselves with rifles. However, over the years, another New York City sewer official named John P. FLAHERTY says the opposite, that there are no alligators in the sewer, and he has only seen rats, dead bodies, and other creepy crawlies. And this legend has become so popular over the years that it has transferred into pop culture. There's this movie called Alligator that came out in 1980 about an alligator that gets thrown down into the sewers, and he becomes this gigantic monstrous alligator because he feeds on these lab rats that were fed growth hormones. Also in the 1980s, a character was based on this urban legend in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. His name was Leatherhead, and he's also an alligator that was once a pet. And once he got too big, he got thrown down into the New York City sewers, and he became this gigantic creature. A lot of experts say that this urban legend is false, since alligators cannot survive the cold temperatures of the sewers, and they also cannot survive on a diet of rats and other toxic waste materials. Other people say otherwise, that there are alligators in the sewer, and that they are big, and that they do feast on rats and other things. Even though this urban legend seems far-fetched, there is some truth to it. What do you guys think? Now let's turn to another urban legend, which takes place in my borough, Queens. Did you know that Queens used to be the epicenter of the film industry back in the day? That's right. Back in the 19-teens and 20s, the Astor Room was the hottest spot for selling film stars of the day. The Astor Room, which was once located in Astoria, across from the Museum of Moving Image, used to be a local bar and a restaurant for selling film stars to hang out. And even though it was a historical landmark, it was also a very spooky place. A lot of locals say that there is some kind of paranormal activity going on in the Astor Room. Some people say that they saw the famous silent film star Rudolph Valentino drinking a martini at the bar, just like in his pictures back in the day. A lot of people say this is impossible since Valentino died in 1926, but legend has it his ghost is still haunting that bar. And not only Rudolph Valentino was there were also flappers and other people from that era. The Astor Room is now shut down, but the ghost sightings still continue to this day. I guess you got to see it to believe it. Now let's turn to the last urban legend, which is actually a true story that happened to me about 20 years ago. At that time, before there were streaming services like Netflix, my family and I used to rent movies on DVD. I had a younger aunt who was obsessed with the paranormal and horror films. And one day, she gave my family a DVD. And in that DVD was a TV show about ghosts. Think of it as the Mexican ghost hunters. So everything was in Spanish, and in that show, the ghost hunters were hunting down ghosts in Mexico. It was a very scary show. I think it was scarier than the ghost hunters from America. So one night, my family and I decided to watch the DVD. So we popped the DVD into the DVD player, and then something really scary happened, you guys. We heard this wailing noise in the living room. I kid you not, it was really freaking scary. My family had to eject the DVD out of the DVD player, and I think that they discarded that DVD because it was cursed or something. And let's just say we never played that show ever again on the DVD player. That old apartment was pretty spooky, but we never heard that wailing ever again for the rest of the time that we were there. Very scary, guys, but like I said, you've got to see it to believe it. So that concludes this Urban Legends video. I hope you guys enjoyed the spooky tales I told you. I'm about to go trick-or-treating with this McDonald's boo bucket. I hope you all have a wonderful, fun, and safe Halloween, and I will see you all later. You see, I have to get back to my spaceship and kill some more humans, especially those pesky little bikers.